Hi, good morning and welcome to Draw Plans. I'm Tom Norris, and today we're going to have a look at one of our projects which has crossed my desk over the past few weeks. Now this is a one bedroom flat. It's actually a first floor flat in southeast London, and the client is looking to add a loft conversion, which makes absolute sense because they'll turn what is a two-bedroom flat into a four-bedroom flat. So it's a fantastic idea and a fantastic way of adding value, because most certainly with the price of property in the locality, you'll certainly add more value than you would pay out for the cost of the loft conversion. So what I did, I managed to put some some of the job files together here for us, so we can have a little look at. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll have a little look at the layout first. So this is the existing layout. You come up the stairs here. This is the hall and landing. It's a very traditional Victorian end of terrace. So when these houses were converted into two flats, you end up with a lounge, a bedroom, and the back addition is open to debate. Sometimes it's another bedroom here, sometimes it's a bathroom there, tiny kitchen, whatever, or it could be a kitchen diner. But generally speaking, the back addition varies quite a bit, but this is most certainly a lounge and a bedroom when they were converted, say back in the late 80s, early 90s. So we're looking at this particular flat, and this is actually the layout as it is. It's being used as a two-bed flat with a little tiny kitchen. It's got a roof terrace, which is useful, but the kitchen is dreadful. Kitchen is stand-up only, absolute bare essentials. Bathroom is quite tiny, and this bedroom is quite tiny. As you can see, there's no wardrobes. You might get a little table there, but it really is pretty poor. Now, I noticed that on some of these conversions, what some of the developers will do is this lounge, they'll turn it into they'll move the door a bit, run a kitchen down here, kitchen units, and they turn it into a lounge diner, this room. And then what they'll do is they'll have a bedroom and another bedroom and a bathroom at the back. So they'll effectively turn it into a two-bedroom flat again, but a much better layout. Depends what you want, but generally speaking, some of them are doing it. So this is what we proposed, having consulted with the client, who certainly wasn't looking to get rid of her lounge. She wanted to keep the lounge as it was. So the front room, this is the first floor front room, is the lounge. Then we have the bedroom. So these two rooms basically stay the same, but on the back layout we've rejigged it. So we've got rid of this little small room, which is, you can call it a box room or a study or whatever, but we put the bathroom back where it would have been more traditional, right on the corner here. Bare essentials, bathroom, shower above, little window above the loo, and a standard sink. So it actually works fine. It's in millions of homes. That's the style, that's the layout. So now what we've done is, over here in the old one, you can see you got this big long corridor. Now you've got a really short corridor because the door here enters into the kitchen diner onto the terrace. So in other words, this is way better. You could end up putting a breakfast bar here. You could even do a little small island if you want. A little dining table, or it depends what you want to do. This terrace is fine, but I would want to open it a bit more. Client didn't want to spend the money, but I would have certainly have opened it a bit more to get in more light and make it all more usable. In fact, you could even consider pushing this out a little, extending this out on top of the ground floor. But again, it's all to do with cost. The main project here was to get a loft conversion done to the flat. So the usual scheme on these houses is that where the stairs comes up, the stairs to the loft actually goes around again. In other words, it follows the same line as the original staircase. So this is what we end up with in the loft. Go up that stairs and you end up coming up here. in the corner. Now we opted for a mansard conversion rather than dormer, because this is the end of terrace property, so we can build up this wall no problem, and that will allow us to get the stairs in much better. And you've got this landing area, you've got a window, loads of light pouring into the staircase, open stairwell, got loads of storage again on this landing. And then you have one bedroom, bedroom 2. This one will be serviced with a Velux window, bathroom serviced with a Velux window, and this particular one has full width windows, and again it could be floor to ceiling if you wanted to get loads of light in. It's up to you, and as you can see there's loads of space for, well, not loads, there's quite a bit of space used for storage, as in wardrobes. These are standard wardrobe sizes, same here. We've kept the chimneys in to reduce costs, and of course the front loft area is the eaves. We've given a bit of access, and that's to be insulated and boarded over, etc. So there's lots of, it's in other words, it's a gorgeous, adding a lovely 2 extra bedrooms and a bathroom to the flat is really gonna up the cost. If you consider that an extra bedroom is likely to add 75 or 80,000 pounds to the value of the property, 2 extra bedrooms will add 160. So I'll pause here. So 2 bedrooms will add fantastic value, and like I say, way more than what the cost of the loft conversion would be. We anticipate that loft conversion on this flat would be about 45,000 pound. Added value would be in the region of 150. So there you go. If you want to make 100k, then this is what you need to be looking at. Buying the first floor flat, and then getting a license to alter from the freeholder to be able to use the space. And just so you're aware, on all of these houses that have been converted to flats, the landlord owns the space below the ground floor and above the top floor. So you can't just do a loft. That's his space, so or hers space. So you'd have to get a license to alter and permission to be able to do a loft conversion. Can't just do it willy-nilly. Roof plan looks very similar, with the exception that we've got a flat mansard roof here, and as I say, the mansard walls, the boundary wall here, elevation end side wall is built up, and likewise here. So you would need a party wall agreement that will allow you to build on top of the party wall to get your mansard. If that fails, then you'll have to do one side mansard, and this side would be mansard and then this side would be dormer, if the neighbours won't agree to give you permission to build on top of the boundary wall. But front elevation, couple of Velux windows, which you'll need for this bedroom, this front bedroom, and the bathroom. That's about it. You can see on the elevations, on the side elevations, the change is very little. This is the existing side elevation. All that's going to happen is this little bit will get added on, and that's all you're going to see. And likewise on the west side, the other elevation, the other side elevation, you're going to see this bit of brickwork added on. So it's very discreet, to be honest. Looking at it from the rear elevation is where it has the biggest impact on the elevations. This is the existing view. This is already the back addition here, and they ground floor built out on here. They built an extension. So my client, a few years back, they built a small terrace. It's just an aluminium and glass affair. They built a small terrace to give them an extra 2 or 3 meters from the little kitchen. Like I say, I would probably have done substantially more, as in opening up and increasing the size maybe of the extension here. But the neighbours, well, let's just say, I don't think the budget was there for that. So this is what it looks now. As you can see, we've got the mansard on this side. Hopefully we're getting the mansard here, building up the walls, and then again, this is the window for the stairwell. Personally, I like to drop this down the whole way, even if they're not going to be having, say, the more traditional French doors and Juliet balcony. I still like to drop this down completely and get tons of light, and that way if you didn't want to use it as a bedroom, maybe you could use it as an office or a home study or a teenager's bedroom. You know, there's lots of other options as against just having the windows across. But again, an older client, and that's what they've gone for, the windows rather than the full height. That's about it. So it was an interesting little project. Just think about it. In summary, it's a one-bedroom flat. It's a Victorian property that was converted about 35 years ago, and the client was aware that if she got a loft conversion on it, she would be able to add quite a bit of value and possibly make some money, in the sense that she'll probably have this work done. We've actually done the planning application for it, and I see no reason why it won't go through. Once she got planning, have the work done, the chances are she'll sell when the market is right. And she's effectively made 100k, as against selling it as it was. She's likely to get 100k out of it. So yeah, it's one shrewd lady, and I'm really pleased. Lovely little project. All right, that's about it. So now this comes under the property development architectural tutorials. So look out for those, because we'll be doing those as well. Most of the projects we do, the intention is to create little videos from them, because we're not just teaching you how to draw plans, we're teaching you about, I suppose, the business of buying and selling property, and what kind of extensions add value and so on. So like I say, a one-bedroom flat is, if you buy a house just to make some money, that's all well and good, but if you don't have the budget, then I'm just suggesting, well, this project suggests you just buy the first floor flat and get a license to alter for the loft here, and you're likely to make some serious money. But don't forget, the actual amount of money you make is determined by the postcode, so buy in the right area. And my advice always is to talk to local estate agents to see how much an extra bedroom will add to the value of a property. And if they tell you it's more than 50 or 60,000 pound, then and the loft conversion is 30 or 35 or 40, again depending on where you are, then you're making money. But just that little bit of due diligence should always be applied. Okay, brilliant. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next tutorial. Okay, bye bye now.